Interest rates. When you think interest rates, give me some words that come to mind if you are a homeowner. Just give me a word. Low, okay? Low. Give me another word or a phrase that comes to mind.
Refinance.
Payment. Very good. Give me another word that comes to mind. Interest rate. Give me another word like for a consumer. Market. Percentage. Good. I heard monthly payment. Good. Give me another word. Cost. Affordability. You guys got these words? These are good? Whenever you're doing this hook story offer framework, you stop and you think about the words that are in the mind of the client. You're not going to do it because it's too much effort. Listen to me. You're not going to do it because it's too much effort, but I'm asking you, requesting you, since you put all this effort in, just stop and think about the words that come to mind. Would you like me to now build you with the words that were said? Low monthly payment, affordability, what else did I get? Cost, interest. Would you agree that those are words that are actually in their minds of sorts? Shake your head or smile or something. Yes! Thank you. Shake your head or smile or something. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, so let's do the words. Are you guys ready? Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So here we're going to do these words again. Can you guys see my thing? If not, I'll do it again. So I'm going to say low monthly payment, affordability. What else? One more. Cost or value. Before you do a marketing message, are you cool enough to write 4 words down? Could you do that? Yes. Okay, let me tell you how I break this down. This is called the hook, story, offer framework. And I want to tell you, maybe I'll do it with reference to a video. You can make it an ad, you can make it an audio. Is that cool? Can I do it live for you? Yes. This is the time you may want to record. Yes. Okay. I'm using the words. The words here are these. The first is the hook. Are interest rates so low that you think you're getting a monster deal on your monthly payment? That's your hook. Here, interest rates so low that you think you're getting a monster deal on your monthly payment. Hi, my name is Sharran Srivatsaa. I work for Badass Real Estate, and I want to tell you the 3 reasons why you need to pay attention right now. Number 1, is your monthly payment what it actually should be, or can you do better? Number 2, I live in Laguna Beach here just like you do. I think about what I can afford just like you do. And sometimes I wonder if my home is still worth what it was when I bought it 15 years ago. Now the best part is this. You see the blue button below? Go ahead and click that. And it will take you to just a normal valuation tool. It's automatic. It's an automated valuation. But what I'm promising you as a resident of Laguna Beach is that once you submit that, let me go back and look at it and double check the valuation. Go ahead, click that button below. You think that will work, or you're still curious about the value of your home will work? Right? I did that live with your words. With your words. The hook, the story, and the offering. Have you seen people do this? Hey, there's a button somewhere on this page. Have you seen this? There's a button somewhere on this page. You should click it. And where's the prospect's eyes going? Where's the button? No, there was a blue button below. Look at it. Go ahead and click that. Click it. Direct them to do what you want them to do. They're there for that reason. Enter the conversation in the prospect's mind. Now, what you must be thinking is, Sharran, you're just going on saying, this sucks, that sucks, what we know is bad. You're giving some hook story offer framework. I want you to actually tell us, like, why we're doing all of this. Some thought in my head, what is the primary job of marketing? Some dumbass person 40 years ago said the primary job of marketing is to get you appointments. Have you heard this before? This is why you think all your marketing doesn't work. This is why you think online leads suck. The primary job of marketing is not to get you appointments, because this is what happens. You get a lead, you're like, who does 10 days of pain? Have you ever heard? How many of you heard of 10 days of pain? You put in your best clients who want to pay you $25,000 in commission through 10 days of pain. Are you crazy? And here's what people tell you. Oh, you should call, text, email them right away, and then you should call them, and if they don't answer, you should text them right away. You like that being done to you? No, get serious. Why do you think we get a bad name? Why? Why? Because we do things that we don't want done to us.
primary job of marketing is to put your prospect into a sales process. The primary job of marketing is not to get an appointment. They're not waiting for an appointment. If they wanted it, they would have asked for one. Give the consumer a chance to be the consumer. Give the consumer a chance to romance with you. Give the consumer a chance to work with you. Give the consumer a chance to be in your process. Give the consumer a chance not to ask you and push and have issues and have objections, because you can put them into a sales process. Now you might be saying, yeah, that's all cool, like sales process. What do we actually tell these people? How many of you have done, what do we actually tell these people now that you've told us we can't use curious about the value of your home, now that we've told us you can't use real estate needs, now that we've told us you can't have nutritional needs, what the heck do we say to people? How many of you are thinking, what the heck do I say to somebody right now? Everyone's cool, you guys all got it. Would you like me to give you the 25 messages that you should say to clients all the time to make money all the time? Yes! I'm going to give this to you right now. You're not going to know what it means. All your hands are going to go up to take a photograph. I'm going to give it to you. You can have it for free. You don't even have to give me your email address or anything. I don't want any of that. I'm going to give it to you and I'm going to explain it to you.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and pull up your phones. This is called the $1 Million Matrix. This is the only thing that you came here for. This is the only thing that I'm going to offer you right now. The $1 Million Matrix. Let me actually walk you through the $1 Million Matrix. Number one, the first person we're talking to is a homeowner. And I've actually walked through each of the messages you should give a homeowner. Then the buyer, then the investor, then the off-market person, and then open houses. And on each one, it's like, hey, I got a personal story, I got a client story, I got a statistic, I got a bust a myth or confidence, I got to use the news cycle. You see what I did here? You have 25 messages, you never have to change anything. Now you're going to be like, Sharran, that's cool, I appreciate what you're doing. But like, walk me through an answer here. Show me an example for one. How many of you are maybe thinking about that? 3 people want that. You and I can have drinks later. How many of you want that? Would you like me to actually go through and show you a live example of one of these? I'm serious. Come on, guys. Thank you. Live example. Let's go to one. Let's call the perfect market update. Have you seen your fellow agents? Maybe you do this too, which I'm going to shame you right now to stop doing. You get on it's the beautiful whiteboard with stats, DOM, MSI, SB/LP ratio, sales price to list price ratio, sales price to original list price ratio. You guys don't even, I will pull this room and 99% of you can't even define month supply of inventory. Right? But you know the numbers and you want to give it to your client and you think your client knows how to do that. Like here's what I see, here's what I follow a lot of agents. Oh, welcome to the market update for La Jolla, California. This is May 2018, year over year. Our prices have been this. Our MSI is this, so it's the seller's market. They go on and on and on on this shit whiteboard. Have you seen that before? Like, you and I are not that pretty. It doesn't work that way. Like, you can't do that. You don't have the Carrie Shaw team's experience. Like, look at this dude. Like, you don't have that. John's a stud. You don't have that. I want to show you how you can use simple video to create amazing results. You would do this perfect market update every single time, and it takes 1 minute once a month. Here's how it goes. Hook first. The hook. Bless you. Hook. The hook is when you're driving through Shady Canyon and you see all these open house signs, do you wonder what it means? That's the hook. Hey, my name is Sharran Srivatsaa. I work for Keystone Lane Real Estate, and I want to tell you the 2 things that my clients ask me all the time, and I want to give it to you. Number 1, year over year, home values here in Shady Canyon are up 11.1%. With the average sales price being $1 million, if you owned your home for 12 months, you automatically made $111,000. Congratulations. And number 2, if for any reason you ever chose to list your home with our 7-step process, it will take about 37 days to sell. Now, as we all know, your home is unique, and so is my process. So if you want to figure out exactly what that is, there's a blue button below. Click it, and it'll open a direct message to me, and I'd be happy to work with you directly. That is my monthly update for the month. You can say, hi, Tristan, period. Do not change, do not innovate. Hi, Tristan, period. I was thinking about you, period. Have you ever considered real estate as an investment? Period. Not question mark. Would you like me to send you 3 investment profiles for your review? Question mark. Hi, Tristan, period. I've been thinking about you, period. Have you ever done real estate as an investment? Period. I don't want your opinion. Right? Would you like me to send you 3 investment profiles for your review. What's Tristan gonna say? He can't say no, because if he says no, he's a jerk. That's the point. Now you must be asking me, okay, that's cool, Sharran, what do I send them? 3 MLS tear sheets of what you think are 3 good investments, and then say, click, send, click, send, click, send. Hey, would you like to talk about this? Now you create some momentum, because now when Tristan is hanging out with Big Baldwin, he's like, hey bro, you know Sharran sent me like these 3 investment things. Have you ever looked into it? Yeah, he did. Oh, let me forward them to you. Click, click, click. Now Tristan sent it to Nick. And what you're doing is you never followed up. Because you're afraid to say, oh my gosh, what if he asks me questions about cap rate? What if I can't lease out this property? Because we totally get it in our hands. Now, I want to tell you a story. I'm getting, grab your phones, actually trying to tell a story. So you want the ahs, you want the ums, you want to stay authentic, but you want to enter the conversation in the prospect's mind. So here's a story that I'm going to tell. Hey Sharran, I just wanted to come on to my friends on Facebook. And normally I don't do this, but I want to tell you a story. Jenny's my client. We bought and sold many homes for her over the years. She's a middle school science teacher. Jenny's worked so hard for the last 23 years building her nest egg for the retirement, just like you and me. And in this last conversation, Jenny asked me what it takes to actually invest in real estate. She thought it took hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then, when we realized there was an amazing market for vacation rental, within 31 days, we identified a property, we put it under contract, we had done $2,200 worth of repairs, and we already have it on the VRBO market. Now, I would be lying to you if I told you that Jenny hit the jackpot. But the truth is that within 30 days, she's already cash flowing. You know you have your open, this is the open house, this is your for sale sign, okay? This is your for sale sign. Open house live, you start on your sign. And you click it on your sign and you say, hey, this is the only, always use the only statement. This is the only property in Laguna Beach for under $1 million that actually has an ocean view. Click, turn it back, the camera to you, then turn. Because now when they're flipping through their feed, your sign gets branding the entire time. Okay? Then you say, hey, I want to talk to you about the 5 reasons why you should at least look at this home, but you don't even have to buy it. There are 5 reasons why. Come on, let me show you. And you take them on the tour. Come on, let me show you, and you take them on the tour. That is the way you do it. Start on the sign, flip the camera. Come on, let me take you on the tour. Do the tour. Tag your client. You know how proud your client will be of you? That you love their home more than they do.
They go to your Facebook, they go to your Instagram, they go to YouTube. And there's an actual scorecard that they use. Here it is. Go ahead and take a picture of it real quick. Because it's important, and I want you to test yourselves. So, on one side it says quantity. On the other side, it says quality. When people go to your website, they want to see quantity. They want to see, like, does this person actually have posts? Do they have stuff on their website? And then if they dive deeper, they'll look at the quality. Is the stuff that they're posting, is it relevant? Does it matter? Is it helpful? So go ahead and either write it down or mentally give yourself a scale of 1 to 10 in both of those categories if I went to your website right now. And then what if I went to your Facebook or your Instagram or your YouTube? If I go to your Facebook and the last post that I see is in 2016 and it's some like Kevin Hart meme or something, what kind of words is used to describe a person who hasn't posted shit since 2016?
Yeah, creeper.
Creeper! Stalker, how many of you have kids by show of hands? If you have a daughter, say, Daddy, I'm going to go on a date with this guy, like, he's nice, all those things. What's the first thing that you do? What's that motherfucker's Facebook right now? I got a 3-year-old daughter. I'm already looking for like the parents' profiles who post pictures of the kids to see what they're into. This is how we make decisions now. This is real. I lead with humor, but I'm being for real. You guys won't even go into a restaurant unless you check the Yelp reviews. You go to the city, first thing you do is pull up Yelp. 4-star, 5. That had 3 stars. We are not going there. No, it doesn't matter what kind of discount. This is what we do. So let's bring it back to your business. If I'm deciding which agent to go with, who the hell am I going to pick? The ghost since 2016 or the person that's posting every single day, showing their life, showing that they're humans, showing their expertise? Who wins? Every single time. Every single time. I call this industry, no offense, the dinosaur age. Because most of the time when I stop your shit, it's just old. led by people who have been in the game for a long time that are kind of old, politely, respectfully speaking, and accomplished and successful and all those things, but they refuse to get with the times. And guess what's going to happen to go to those businesses over the next 3 years? Anybody know? They're going to go out of business. Ask fucking Sears. Oh, you can't ask them? You can't go? Ask Blockbuster. You don't want to go? Nobody? Not a thing. These are threats. This is real. This is right now.
What's everybody? It's Billy Jean.
Turn it up low.
Right here. And I want to show you guys something in my office. That's pretty cool. I'm proud of, but a cool opportunity for you too. This is my marketing team stand up. Okay. So we're in the office right now. I want to show you the stats from this promotion.
Fuck, okay, I can stop it. My head's not in the video. And it wasn't intentional. I literally filmed it and I thought I was doing good. And my team afterwards was like, dude, your head's on it, you have to reshoot. I said, no, I don't. We're rolling with it. I turned the camera around to show my computer screen and the audio cuts out. You can't even hear me. Period. And basically the summary of the video is all I do is I show it and then I basically ask people to buy my shit. It's a very complicated formula. So here's what happened. Last month on ads like this, and some of them were good, it wasn't all of them, we spent $541,000 on shitty advertisements. But we generated over $2 million in sales. So most of the time when I ask an audience, why aren't you advertising? The response is, because it's expensive, Billy, no. Does that look expensive to you? See, advertising is only expensive if you lose money. But if you're making money, like I ask people, having an agency forever. I'm like, well, what's your budget? And what do you guys always tell the agency person? Well, as long as it's making money, I'll spend as much as we need. What the hell do you think we did last month? Here's the other thing, is you see the numbers, but I started this at my parents' house spending $10 a day, $5 a day. And I want you guys to think about something. It's different than television, than billboards and radios, because back in the day when they used to sell you on that, they would lock you into 3-month, 6-month, 1-year contracts. And regardless of how it's performing, guess what? You still gotta pay. You're stuck like Chuck. See, now it's like a faucet. People see that number like, oh my God, you spent $500 grand, you're so brave. No, I'm not. If I spent $200 when it started losing money, what would I do? Shut it up. So when it started making money, even if I didn't have the cash to float it, what would I do? Borrow it from a friend, rob a bank, whatever the fuck I had to. That's the shift. That's the shift, okay? So let's keep going. What did it take to get these results? A cell phone, held horizontally. That means left to right. I learned that one recently. Knowing how to use this social stuff, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I got a news flash for you. If you're sitting on top of your company and you're saying, I'm the CEO, I don't need to learn marketing, that's your job. You're fucked. How can you manage something when you know nothing about it? Imagine coaching a basketball team and knowing nothing about basketball. Is that insane? I'm here to help. So I'm not going to tell you the truth. Okay, you don't have to master, but you have to be aware of it. Now, continuing on, the third thing is knowing what to say. The script, the message. This is where most people struggle. I'm going to help you guys out with this today. But I want to compare this content strategy to an industry that you guys are used to, which is real estate, where you got to know like list pricing and contracts and negotiations, and you got to have money and down payment, and there's credit, and then there's loan officers, and there's all this other shit to get a deal. And then how long does it take to get paid? 30 days, you hype that up. How long does it really take? 90 days. Maybe, if it doesn't fall out of escrow, like all the shit. I'm not saying it's bad, but I know all of you are putting your future, betting and building your wealth with this strategy. Use the cheap one. You realize right now you guys can all make a video advertising your services, put it up to YouTube, and if someone searches it and finds you and they buy your stuff, it costs you nothing. And there's only upside. That's an opportunity. So, a lot of people see this, look at the example that I just showed, and they have a concern. They say, Billy, that's cool because you're a marketer, so I understand that it works for your industry, but it doesn't work for my industry. Facebook, yeah, that's social. Look, hey. The customer I'm looking for, they're not even on Facebook. Who the fuck's not on Facebook? What would you call someone who's not on Facebook? A creeper. Your daughter, he's like, I'm going on a date. Let me see his Facebook. He doesn't have a Facebook. Oh my God, he's dating a serial killer. What's happening? My daughter's dating a murderer. You jump to the worst conclusions. It's what you do, right? Write down the 3 greatest problems that your potential customer is facing. And then on the right-hand side, you talk about how you can help solve that problem. And the first thing you got to do is you got to actually identify the audience that you're speaking to. So for the sake of this example, we say, okay, let's pretend that we want to attract first-time home buyers to work with us. What are the 3 biggest problems or the biggest concerns, objections that a first-time home buyer is going through? Nailed it. Down payment. No, not down payment. What else? Credit. Hey, can I get approved? I've only been working for 2 years. Can I get this? What else? Interest rates. Can I? So what do? We just fill out the freaking worksheet. How much to put down? Is my credit good enough? How do I get low interest rates? So now when you're shooting your video and you don't know what to say, you just start off by saying, hey, what's up, it's Billy G. And if you're a first-time home buyer, I bet you're wondering how much money you're going to need down, what your interest rates are going to be, is your credit good enough, and you're probably feeling stress and anxiety. That's not an exercise you can use for every single industry under the sun. That will go until the end of time. A lot of times we wonder what to post also. On the social side, like, God damn, I have to post every single day. What do I post? Expand this exercise. Instead of doing top 3, do top 30. And then instead of having one way to solve it 2 different ways. And each has their own video. There's content for 90 days. You're welcome. It works too. It's like crazy. It's so weird. Okay? Now the next thing you got to do, curiosity. That we waited 2 years for them to put out another episode. 2 years! Curiosity, you guys. It's everything. See, the one way that you can tell if your video is good or if it got boring, etc., ask yourself this question. Do they need to keep watching to find out what happens next? If they don't, start rewriting. Change it. Because the second they stop wondering, and there's no this is where you're going to start losing viewership. Curiosity is the entire game. Even your body language, right? Like I may start an advertisement and a lot of times say, hey, what's up, it's Billy G. Come with me because I'm going to show you something. Boom, pop the shoulder, and I keep walking. You're like, where the fuck am I going? I don't know. Where's this guy taking me? Works like clockwork. Okay? So, is this an example of it? Hey, if you're an entrepreneur that needs more customers, don't skip this ad because it costs me a lot of money to show you. Come with me. Just walk with me for a second here. So, if you look up, do you see that sign? I spent $9,000 just to get your attention on this billboard. You want to see something even crazy? Process. That was real. Billboard right here in Grape Street. Coming up. That was the whole thing. But I used the same exact strategy. Hey, what's up? First thing I did is I guilt you. I said, hey, it cost me money to show you this. So here's another note. Everybody write this one down. Break down the 4th wall. Break down the 4th wall. Anybody do plays back in the day? Acting or anything? That was just me. My mom made me do that shit. I was one of those kids. Anyways, they talk about the 4th wall for my thespians out there. What it means is when you're having a dialogue with a character and then you take a break and you actually address the audience. He really thinks he's going to pull a fast one on me, doesn't he? That's the difference between social media advertising and all the stuff that we've seen on TV forever, where you're just watching. Have a real conversation like there's somebody else on the other side, because there is. Got it? Okay, continuing on here, put it in your video because that's illegal. So what do? There's 2 websites. One's called audiojungle.net. Audiojungle.net. The second is called artlist.io, ARTLIST.io. And they allow you to search for songs by emotion. So you can go there and type in sad. You can go there and type in pissed off. And you can legally purchase a song to use in your advertisements for the whopping fee of $7. Is that helpful? Say yes. Yes. Okay, let's continue on. Next is props. Shindigs.com, orientaltrading.com, and amazon.com. And all of your videos, you don't necessarily have to be this loud, outgoing, annoying personality like me at times. You can do your own thing. But get oversized props. Instead of having a small for sale sign, get a mega one that says for sale. Like if you're going to talk about the pain of contracts and shit, print out 1,000 pages. Literally put it on your desk and say, hey, you're about to buy a house, you really want to do this shit? All right, let's talk. That's the whole ad. Okay, I don't want to do that. That was a lot of paperwork. Right? Problem, solution, props, and just adding things in. Okay? Next thing, and this is huge, is environment. Now, a lot of you in your markets, you want to dominate certain zip codes. You want to be the downtown person. You want to be the La Jolla person. You want to be the high-end, whatever the hell it is. Go to the location and shoot the video. Show up there. You know what people want to move to. Shoot the video there. You know they've been wanting to look at houses there anyway. Does that make sense? No, it didn't? Hey, you guys should drive to the location. Still, yeah, does that make sense? See? Like, this shit works. Like I'm telling you, it's going to make you money. All right? Continuing on. Next thing is, I like to call dope footage. Some people wonder, like, how do you get those high quality shots? I don't have a videographer. I can't do all of that. This is a fantastic resource. It's called storyblocks.com. I want you guys to write that one down and use it. This is great. Storyblocks.com. What it allows you to do is you can go to that search bar there and type in anything. Fire pit. Show you a bunch of videos of a fire pit. Ocean, skyline, like downtown houses. You just type it in, and you can legally, if you have a membership to their stuff, which I think is like, I don't know, $40 a year, I have no idea. But nonetheless, you can get the footage. So you can search for open house, and look what it gives you. Footage of open houses that you can legally use in your videos, just like that. HD, 4K, all the qualities. Is this helpful? Cool. Let's keep moving. So now that we got that, choose the zip codes. I want to show you guys, these are screenshots of the actual platforms, but when you're choosing a zip code to advertise in on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, it is literally as simple as going in there and typing in the zip code. And I bring this up because I know technology sounds scary. Oh, he wants me to create all this ads. Dude, when I tell you, you literally, it asks you questions and you say, it says, where do you want to show the ad? You type in the zip code. Then you say 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, whatever the hell it is.